time, may silver our hair. It may weigh down our shoulders, but there is one thing that never fades: the instinct to protect, the desire to be in control, and the passion for precision-engineered machines. Many of us, as we pass the age of 40 or 50, often reminisce about classic firearms, the powerful weapons we saw in movies or perhaps even handled in our service days. But with that nostalgia comes a very real concern. Do these hands, does this strength still have what it takes to tame those steel beasts? People often think that power and ease of control are two parallel lines that never meet. That the more powerful a gun is, the harder it kicks, the heavier it is, and the more difficult it is to handle. That is a common assumption, but today, thanks to advances in material science and engineering, that assumption has been shattered. So what if there were firearms that possessed respectable firepower and high accuracy, yet were designed so that even those who are no longer at their physical peak could master them with confidence and comfort? This isn't science fiction. They are real. In today's video, we won't just list them. We will explore the stories behind 10 incredible machines, 10 testaments to the idea that experience and wisdom are a power all their own. Let's begin this journey. Our journey starts with a name that nearly every firearms enthusiast in America knows. An icon that has existed for over half a century yet has never gone out of style. The Ruger 10/22. At first glance, many might say, what's so powerful about a rifle chambered in .22 LR? But its power isn't in a deafening blast. Its power lies in its ability to create master marksmen. Introduced in 1964, the Ruger 10/22, with its incredibly reliable semi-automatic action, virtually non-existent recoil, and surprisingly lightweight, has become the first teacher for millions. It teaches us about sight alignment, breath control, and a smooth trigger pull, without the fear of a jarring recoil. With an accessible price point, often just a few $100s, and endless customization options from stocks and barrels to sighting systems, each 10/22 can become a unique masterpiece, perfectly reflecting its owner's personality. It is proof that sometimes the greatest strength comes from the most solid and gentle beginning. From that solid foundation, the need for a true self-defense tool that remained just as user-friendly began to grow. And the engineers at Smith & Wesson were listening. They realized that for many people, especially women or older adults, the biggest challenge wasn't recoil. It was the simple act of racking the slide. Pulling back the slide of a semi-automatic pistol requires significant hand strength, and that's when the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield EZ was born. The letters EZ literally stand for easy. Easy to rack the slide, easy to load the magazine, easy to clean. Introduced in .380 ACP and later in 9mm, the Shield EZ is a revolution in ergonomics. It maintains the compactness of a concealed carry gun and the adequate firepower of the 9mm round, but it removes the greatest physical barrier. The stories of people who once struggled with traditional handguns who can now confidently operate the Shield EZ have made it a top choice for home defense. Its cost of around $400 to $500 is not insignificant, but the confidence it provides is truly priceless. While modern polymer guns like the Shield EZ solve the problem with technology, another design philosophy finds its effectiveness in classic simplicity. This is the world of the revolver. And a prime example of the intersection between classic and modern is the Ruger LCR. The letters LCR stand for Lightweight Compact Revolver. By using polymer for the lower frame and lightweight aerospace-grade aluminum for the upper, Ruger created a revolver that is astonishingly light. When paired with the .38 Special cartridge, a round known for its very soft recoil, the LCR becomes the ultimate point-and-shoot defense tool. There is no complicated safety to fumble with, no slide to rack. Its operating mechanism is so simple, it is almost impossible to fail. For an older individual, this absolute reliability and simple operation are worth more than gold. While a 5-round cylinder may seem limited, in a close-quarters self-defense scenario, the simplicity and speed it offers are often the deciding factors. The simplicity of the revolver is undeniable, but if you're someone who has spent time in the military, the image of a standard-issue semi-automatic pistol still holds a special appeal. And there is one legend that still stands tall after decades of service, a firearm whose weight is its greatest strength. The Beretta 92 FS, also known by its military designation, the M9. This full-size all-metal pistol is quite heavy, and it is that very weight that turns it into an incredibly stable shooting platform. The entire metal mass absorbs a significant portion of the 9mm round's recoil, making the shooting experience feel plush and far more controllable than lighter polymer guns. Beretta's iconic open-slide design also helps minimize the chance of a malfunction. For veterans, holding the M9 is like meeting a trusted old friend. It's not compact, it's not light, but it provides a solid, reassuring feel and a confidence born from its long and storied history. The Beretta proves that a heavier handgun can control recoil better. So what if we took that same philosophy and elevated it? What if we took that effective 9mm round and put it into a rifle platform? The result is one of the most versatile and enjoyable firearms on the market today. The Ruger PC Carbine. This is a semi-automatic rifle that uses pistol ammunition, a pistol caliber carbine. With the stock pressed against your shoulder, weight distributed evenly, and a longer barrel, nearly all the recoil from the 9mm round is eliminated. The shooting experience feels more like a .22 LR, but the muzzle energy is far superior. The best part? It can share magazines with many popular pistols, including Glocks. Imagine the convenience of carrying just one type of magazine for both your rifle and your handgun. Its takedown design, which allows it to be separated into two pieces, also makes it extremely compact for transport. For around $600 to $700. The Ruger PC Carbine is the perfect solution for home defense, offering the accuracy of a rifle with the cost and recoil of a pistol. The success of the Ruger PC Carbine paved the way for a host of other pistol-caliber carbines. Among them, a name from the Czech Republic with a modern tactical appearance stands out, the CZ Scorpion Evo 3. If the PC Carbine has the look of a traditional sporting rifle, the Scorpion looks like it came straight from a special forces unit. But don't let its aggressive appearance fool you. With its simple blowback operation and centered weight, the CZ Scorpion is extremely well balanced and easy to control. The recoil from the 9mm round is almost negligible, allowing the shooter to make fast, accurate follow-up shots with ease. The Picatinny rail system covering the firearm allows for the mounting of any accessory, from lights and lasers to all types of optics. For those who love technology and want a highly customizable firearm that provides the feel of a real operator without the recoil of a rifle cartridge, the CZ Scorpion is an outstanding choice. These pistol-caliber carbines are truly excellent. But in the minds of many, a real rifle must fire a rifle cartridge, And when it comes to modern, easy-to-use rifles, no name can surpass the AR-15 platform. Designed by the brilliant Eugene Stoner, the AR-15's direct impingement gas system makes the recoil of the 5.56mm cartridge surprisingly mild. It feels more like a gentle push into the shoulder, not a punch. This is why the AR-15 has become the most popular rifle in America. But its true power lies in its modularity. You can change almost every part. The stock can be adjusted for length. The grip can be changed for size. Barrels can be swapped for different lengths. And a vast array of optics can be mounted. This means that anyone, regardless of height, weight, or arm strength, can create an AR-15 that is perfectly tailored to them. It is the ultimate proof that a top-tier military design can also be the most user-friendly and effective civilian tool. The AR-15 platform represents the pinnacle of modern rifle technology. But sometimes the soul yearns for something more classic. Something that harkens back to the Old West, to traditional values. And there, we find the beauty of the lever-action rifle. Henry Repeating Arms is the manufacturer that has revived and perfected this platform. A gleaming brass Henry Big Boy, chambered in .357 Magnum and .38 Special, is a true work of art. The act of cycling the action by working the lever provides a deeply satisfying mechanical feel that no semi-automatic can replicate. And the magic is this. When you fire a .38 special round from a heavy, solid rifle like a Henry, the recoil almost completely disappears. It is smooth, gentle, yet retains the potential for serious power when you switch to the more potent .357 Magnum loads. Owning a Henry isn't just about owning a weapon, it's about owning a piece of history, a symbol of freedom and craftsmanship. We've covered rifles and handguns, from modern to classic, but there is one type of firepower that none of the above can match at close range: the shotgun. However, for many, especially older folks, the thought of absorbing the brutal kick of a 12-gauge shotgun is a nightmare. Fortunately, it has a much gentler sibling, the 20-gauge shotgun. Using the same operating mechanisms, whether it's a pump action like the Mossberg 500 or a semi-automatic like the Beretta A300, a 20-gauge shotgun delivers formidable stopping power for home defense, but with up to 50% less felt recoil than a 12-gauge. The distinct yellow color of the 20-gauge shell is the sign of a perfect balance. Powerful enough to neutralize a threat, but gentle enough that the shooter isn't thrown off balance after the first shot. For defending a confined space like a hallway or a bedroom, a handy, reliable 20-gauge shotgun is an incredibly wise choice. After exploring so many specialized options, from the first teacher to the defensive expert, perhaps we should end with a name that is considered the gold standard of modern handguns. A pistol whose popularity changed the entire industry. The Glock 19. Some might be surprised to see the Glock 19 on this list, as it isn't marketed as being easy like the Shield EZ. However, the greatness of the Glock 19 lies in its near-perfect balance. It is small enough to conceal, yet large enough to grip comfortably and shoot accurately. It uses the common 9mm cartridge, has a generous magazine capacity of 15 rounds, and is famous for its boring reliability. It almost always works. Yes, its recoil will be a bit sharper than a heavy metal gun or a carbine, but with proper grip technique, it is completely manageable for the vast majority of people. The Glock 19 is like the Toyota Camry of the gun world. It might not be the flashiest, but it does everything well and will never let you down when you need it most. It's the benchmark against which all other compact pistols are measured. So, we have come to the end of our journey. exploring machines born not just from steel, but from a deep understanding of the user. From the gentle touch of a .22 to the clever design of the EZ series, to the perfect balance of a carbine or the timeless beauty of a lever action. Each name on this list tells a story about how power does not have to come with punishment. Modern technology has allowed us to have both capability and control. It proves that experience, calmness, and intelligent tool selection can absolutely compensate for a decline in physical strength. The passion for these precision machines truly has no age limit. So what about you? Among the names we've discussed, which one impressed you the most? Or is there another firearm you believe deserves a place on this list? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. The collective knowledge and experience of our community is our most valuable asset. If you found this video helpful and interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join us for more fascinating stories from the world of military technology. Because a weapon, after all, is not just a tool of power. It is a symbol of responsibility, and it is proof that a seasoned mind and a steady hand will always be the most formidable assets of all.